Dust on the tire, sun in my eyes. Another damn day, same old damn lie. The engine coughing, road just don't end. Where's the justice, my only true friend? Graceland Shootout, yeah, Graceland Shootout. No turning back now. Graceland Shootout, yeah, that engine whine. Graceland Shootout, this race is mine. Cops on my tail, shadows they creep, secrets they whisper while the good folks sleep. Field gauge low, spirits worn thin. Gotta keep pushing, gotta somehow win. Graceland Shootout, yeah, Graceland Shootout. No turning back now. Oh, Graceland Shootout, yeah, that engine whine. Graceland Shootout, this race is mine. What's the score anyway? Who's keeping track? Just keep on moving, ain't no coming back. One more lap, one more prayer. This whole damn war just don't care. Graceland Shootout, yeah, Graceland Shootout. No turning back now, yeah, Graceland Shootout. Hear that engine whine. Graceland Shootout, this race is mine. Graceland Shootout, yeah, Graceland Shootout. No turning back now, yeah, Graceland Shootout. Hear that engine whine. Graceland Shootout, this race is mine. Dust on the tire, sun in my eyes. Another damn day, same old damn lie. The engine coughing, road just don't end. Where's the justice, my only true friend? Graceland Shootout, yeah, Graceland Shootout. No turning back now. Graceland Shootout, yeah, that engine whine. Graceland Shootout, this race is mine. Cops on my tail, shadows they creep, secrets they whisper while the good folks sleep. Field gauge low, spirits worn thin. Gotta keep pushing, gotta somehow win. Graceland Shootout, yeah, Graceland Shootout. No turning back now. Oh, Graceland Shootout, yeah, that engine whine. Graceland Shootout, this race is mine. track. Just keep on moving, ain't no coming back. One more lap, one more prayer. This whole damn world just don't care. Graceland Shootout, yeah, Graceland Shootout. No turning back now, yeah, Graceland Shootout. Hear that engine whine, Graceland Shootout. This race is mine. Graceland Shootout, yeah, Graceland Shootout. No turning back now, yeah, Graceland Shootout. Hear that engine whine, Graceland Shootout. This race is mine. You race fans need to buckle up because it's time to go racing.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Joshua Norton. Welcome back to the Graceland Shootout series. Right now we're hanging out in practice. We're here a little early with the drivers. Watching them get some laps in, get ready for the race. We're down here at Charlotte Speedway tonight, and I'm excited. I like Charlotte. It's pretty interesting track. It's fast, but also pretty demanding. Definitely somewhere you got to pay attention. It's a nice 82 degrees outside. Track temperature on the asphalt, reading at 87. You know, 1.5 mile track, typical tri-oval. 34% humidity, 6 mile an hour wind. We'll have to see if that plays any part in any of our turn exits tonight. And yeah, we're just kind of here hanging out for now. Nothing too fancy going on. Got a handful of guys out there setting some laps, getting ready, getting some practicing. Last week's top three have all been out there getting some track time, getting prepped. Let's see if they can repeat again. And I do see we have another driver who hasn't been here the last couple of weeks, but you might remember him from the booth just a couple weeks ago. Ronald Piles is out on track this week. Riding the 680, even though he's got the 68 on his cart. Since we already have Tom Atlas in the 68 in this series. Should be a pretty fun night. Trying to see if I can get us a timing tower here that maybe breaks down our current. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. None of these seem to break down the exact times these guys are running. We will see that for qualifying. Let me go ahead and see if our Sim Racer Hub point standings want to show up so we can go over that pre-race. Maybe, maybe not. Not looking like it. Unfortunate. I definitely wanted to take a gander at the points with you guys before we got busy yapping about all the racing and qualifying that will be going on here momentarily. We got about 14 minutes until we hit qualifying. Got a couple of the boys out on track right now, getting all together, getting a little pre-race racing going on. Double file back on the outlet. Excuse me, I got a little bit of hiccups there. Let me actually, before we get too far into this, it seems they give me this issue once in a while. My microphone can be a little quiet. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. I have to see if the one of Elvis Presley is going to be out for maybe a little bit of a revenge on the 95 of sudden death after last week. I was running pretty quick, giving these boys a run for their money there at Rockingham. And then he had a little bit of a run in there with sudden death coming into turn one. Have to see if maybe he wants to pay that favor back later tonight. Speaking of the devil, he caught up to the pack and it is go time. RCA sponsored number 1. Looking clean, looking good. It's a quick peek at just about everybody's paint schemes. Oh, we got cars into the wall. It's practice and we already got drivers pulling out the backups. Uh-oh, 21 looked like he had a little trouble up there in the wall. There's 3 of our drivers definitely to keep an eye on tonight. Got Billy Stanley, Eric Plump, and Daniel Holloway. All running pretty tight together there, all pretty quick. Have to see if they got what it takes to make their way to a podium finish for another week in a row here. I know I believe I've talked to Daniel Holloway and Eric Blount every time. Every Sunday since this series has started, they have managed podium. Very interested to see how long they can keep that streak alive and how long they can keep it going. Daniel Holloway setting a new fastest time for practice, 30.62 seconds. Scott McLean actually the second fastest driver out on track as of right now, only 500 of a second behind him. So we might have to keep a... Whoa! Big hit for the 58. Almost airborne. Boys are really getting some racing in pre-race. It's nice to see everyone show up for practice, get out there, get some track time, get accustomed, get used to the setups, and get ready to run the race once we kick it off after our qualifying. That 21's got a little bit of right front damage. Better to find the wall in practice and find it in the race where it matters. At least that's what I always thought. Oh, and he's in the wall. Tires sticking out of the side of the car. What's going on here? Man, I've seen some cars lose tires in this series, but never have I seen a tire get stuck in the fender of the car. That's a new one. Here we go. We found the remaining drivers of the group. The 6 riding the wall. Definitely expecting to see a handful of that tonight. I always like to ride the outside wall coming out of 3 and 4 there. It's surprisingly a lot easier to keep yourself out of the wall when you're already near the wall. 3 wide down the back stretch. They're dooring each other. These boys are racing like there's something on the line already. They haven't even started the actual race. Oh, the 6 is going to get stuck to the wall. Uh-oh. 77's going to clip the wall. Bill Stanley's going to lock him up on the infield. Gotta love the pre-race shenanigans. Having fun. Should have some drivers coming back out on track here momentarily. Oops. Well, that's not what I wanted to hit. Why are we paused? Oh, we're not paused. We have cars. Maybe we were paused. What's going on with my playback? Alright, there we go. We're all set back into the right spot. They're going to rack them up and go for another practice race. We got about 6 more minutes until we kick off qualifying here tonight. And the sun is out. It's a bright day down there at Charlotte Motor Speedway today. No. Car's finding that outside. Whoa, whoa. Who was that? That is the 27 almost driving through the 95. Some cars definitely look like they were making some contact, but I don't see a single scratch on the inside of that 27. Oh, that's the 68, a little bit of the bumper. He's going to get a little loose. He's going to save it, but he's going to lose time. He's going to put it back into the pits. Let's check on the other portion of the pack that came out for some more practice laps here. Oh, 58 taking it 3 wide. He's a little squirrely. Ooh, almost self-leaders, but Billy gives him a lot of space there. Man, these guys are going to be driving like this tonight. And once the actual race kicks off, we are going to have a handful. Uh-oh. Contact with 77. He's in the wall. We got cars wrecking. Go ahead and watch these guys battle it out for a little bit longer in the practice while they're out on the track. Once we get qualifying, we'll start with our first trivia question of the night. You get all loose. Just under 2.5 minutes until we kick off our qualifying for the session tonight. drivers out on track, see what they're up to. Pretty spread out. My buddy Ron out there setting some laps. Getting used to these super late models. Scott McQueen still really racing each other towards the end of this practice. Just a minute left. It looks like both of them are going to bring it on into the pits. Going to find some more drivers to follow around. 68 coming down. We'll say I'm gonna have to give these super lates a try on some of these normal NASCAR tracks. I've only ever raced the late models on road tracks. They were an absolute blast here at places like Charlotte and Rockingham, Texas, everywhere we've been this season thus far. And here we go. Moving on over to qualifying. Let's see who has what it takes to put that car in the pole position. That's, Tower does not seem to want to come up at the very moment. Am I behind at all? I am not. But we do have a couple drivers out on track, setting lap times as we speak. The one of Elvis Presley getting it done out there right now. Ah, there we go. There's our timing tower right now. Billy Stanley out there with the fastest lap so far, 30.866. Michael Pratt following just behind, 9 thousandths off. Coming in second place right now. And Eric Blount gonna take the lead as I say his name, 30.830. Let's go ahead and change that to the best time. While I'm thinking about it, Scott McQueen in the 58 said, no way, I'm starting up front, and he's going to snag it. 30.818. Presley right now sitting fifth, 30.952. sudden death. Got a 31.056. Holloway right behind him, 31.097. And the 27 of Walters, 31.468 at the moment. Taking a look at Ronald Piles right now out there setting some lap times down. First lap around, sixth fastest, 30.967. See if he can better that time at all. Hugging the paint. You do find a little extra grip though riding around on that paint line. Just slightly better is going to bring it down to a 30.958. Hang on to sixth place for the time being. David Cox out on track now, sitting his times in 19. First lap around for the 19. What's he going to set? Where's he going to put him? Not seeing a time pop up. Wonder if something he did that lap may have made that time invalid. Oh. Is that the end of our qualifying session? It is. Sorry, I had to go old-fashioned there, just to double check. As we move into our warm-up. Billy Stanley, I'm going to take the pole. We will drag him down here in just a moment. Have a quick chat. See if he's feeling confident in that racecraft. See if he thinks he has what it takes to bring it all the way home. All right, Billy, it is Josh up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do. What's up, Josh?
How's it going, man? I saw you putting it on the pole tonight. Looking fast out there.
I was hoping to get it on the pole, but you know, those guys got something for me. Both Eric and I see Scott, man, they put a whipping on me.
Yeah, they're looking mighty fast as well, so it's definitely going to be quite the battle. You're going to have definitely some fast drivers to hold off if you want to hang on to staying out front tonight. But
Yeah, I think this race is going to be. You better conserve what you got, unless there's a bunch of cautions, because if we go like we did last week, just one caution, these tires wear out after about 10 to 12 laps, and if you run it too hard at the beginning, then everybody will be passing you. So I'm trying to decide if I should be conservative at the beginning. If you know, if we get a lot of cautions, then you know, then I'll throw caution to the wind and try to do what I can.
yeah, you definitely are going to have to feel out how the race starts out, how everyone's driving,
Yeah,
because that definitely makes a big difference. And Charlotte can definitely be pretty rough on the tires at times. It's definitely not an easy track by any means.
exactly. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and happy Flag Day, everybody. And thanks for tuning in. And thank my sponsor, Performance Distributors, for being on board. And thank our series sponsor, Parker Outdoor Maintenance for sponsoring us this season. And thank you guys in the booth.
Not a problem, man. It's a blast up here. All right, I'll go put you back with the guys. Enjoy your warm up, and good luck out there.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and that was Billy Stanley, our current pole sitter. Like he said, he's definitely got some fast competition out there tonight. He's definitely gonna have his hands full holding on to that #1 spot. And to touch on what he said about eating up the tires, Charlotte is one of those tracks where even with it being pretty good asphalt, it is surprisingly easy to kind of overdrive the car here and not realize it, and then all of a sudden you're way off pace. So something everybody out there tonight is gonna have to keep an eye on. Gonna have to really watch and really manage. So it should make for a pretty interesting race. We'll see who can save the best if we go for just about a full green flag run, almost like we did last week. Had one caution last week early on, just a couple laps in. And if we run green, it is going to be down to whoever can take care of the car the best. Caution Fest, that'll change everything. Now everyone's got free opportunities to get some tires at the expense of maybe starting a little further back than the caution came out. Definitely excited to see what kind of strategies our drivers employ tonight, and see what happens from it. See who does what. Can't really pit under green unless everyone else is going to be doing it, because you will lose a lap almost guaranteed unless you are out in the lead with quite a gap between you and the rest of the pack. So I'm not expecting to see many green flag pits unless everyone is having a real hard time holding on to the car if the tires wear out that bad. With him saying 10 to 12 laps, so I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe at least one about halfway through, maybe around that 20, I'd say 18 to lap 24. Maybe a pit stop halfway through, freshen up the tires, and get out there putting down some faster lap times, and those choosing to stay out. Could possibly be a benefit. We'll have to see. Really going to depend on how these boys choose to race each other tonight. Oh. Did Bill Stanley not pull the pole? I thought at the end of caution. Oh, it was Scott. I was supposed to pull Scott up here. I will pull him up if we get a caution, just to have a quick chat. I pulled the wrong person. I completely forgot Scott snagged that right there at the end of caution. That is my fault. Scott, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I'll pull you up here. Pull you up here as soon as I get a chance. Let's go ahead and run through our qualifying orders. All right, starting in P1, the 58, the man himself, Scott McLean, going to start it out front. To his outside, Eric Blount, another dominating driver so far this season. Podium finishes for all, if not, or most, if not all, of our races here at Graceland Series so far. Row number 2, starting on the inside, we've got Billy Stanley. To his outside, Michael Pratt in the 77. Starting 5th, we got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Elvis Presley, in the number 1 RCA car. To his outside, Ronald Piles, starting P6th. Inside of row number 4, P7th is going to go to sudden death, Richard Suddeth, and to his outside, Daniel Holloway in the 21, another dominating driver so far this season. P number 9 is going to go to Terry Walters, and his outside, Thomas Atlas in the 68. And row number 6, Starting in the back, P11th, David Cox. Let's see how far he can move his way up through the course of this race. We're green. Let's get this tower back up, and they are scattering right off the rip. Eric Blount with a really good start here, putting some pressure on the outside of the 58. He's going to take the high side. The 58's not quite going to clear him. The 6 is going to get a killer run. 77's going to try to follow and stay to that high side. Oh, 77's in the wall a little bit. He's going to save it. He's going to get it off the wall, but he is going to lose some serious time to that. Four cars now out here just about matching the lead. Eight of Billy Stanley working his way up. Going to town. He's going to get stuck to the outside wall. He's going to drop down some spots. Our top three now, the 58 of McLean, the 8 of Stanley, and the 680 of Biles. All pretty grouped together. The 21 of Holloway has already made his way to the leaders. These boys are not waiting around the night. 68's going to throw it up towards the wall. The 21's going to cross over, go underneath. And we'll take the inside line. Side by side for that third place position still. Biles going to hang on to that midline there. 21 wrap at the bottom. A lot of momentum for that 680 car. He's going to just about clear him coming to the 3, but he's going to stay on that midline. Rolling. Bill Stanley still looking for an opportunity to get to the inside of this 58. Got some pretty intense battle. Let's go ahead. Start with our first question. First little tidbit. You guys, we're on lap 5. You guys to lap 10. I want to see some guesses out in chat. You know, what was Elvis's natural hair color? Not sure how many. Supposedly it's a lesser known fact. I didn't know it until researching here. Lap 10, I'll reveal the answer. Uh-oh, someone is saying that they cannot hear me. Turn my microphone up a little bit. Hopefully you can hear me a little better now. Bill Stanley now completing that move to the inside of the 58. He's going to come out to the lead. 68 and the 21 now looking to find their ways around the 58. Oh no, a little bit of bumper from the 58 mid-corner is going to put Bill Stanley down onto the apron. He's going to save it, he's going to collect it, and we're going to stay green. Scott McLean back out to the lead. You better hope that 8 car does not catch up to him. Yellow flag out now. We're going to have to go ahead and take a look at what happened here. Got a crash. Michael Pratt. Making their way around Bill Stanley, working on getting back up to speed. We are still a little slow here. Whoop. Too quick. Oh, he's looking a little loose entering in the turns 1 and 2. Starts to correct it. The 6 gets to his bumper. 6 is going to go up into the wall. 77 going around. And back up to the outside wall. Not what you want to see this early in the race. But I do believe these drivers get a fast repair. Jump back live. We've got just about everybody going out into the pits. Looks like Bill Stanley stays out. If we could get back to live. Just go ahead and do this the old-fashioned way for a moment. My live button is not working. There we go. So Bill Stanley and the one of Elvis Presley choosing to stay out. Everybody else coming down for some fresh tires, splash of gas. Not sure how much of a difference 10 laps on tires is going to make, but we will find out here shortly. Billy was saying they were starting to get a little rough about 12 to 15 laps in. So as long as he's been taking care of it, he should be okay. While we're under caution, let's go ahead and get the answer out there for Elvis's natural hair color. He naturally was a blonde and chose at a young age, due to his mother's jet black hair, to start dyeing his hair and settled on the black velvet hair that we all know and love. Pretty fitting moment to talk about Elvis Presley while he is currently sitting in the race lead after this caution. They're going to rack them up, and we're going to try it again here coming the green after this base lap. Lights are off. Looks like everybody back out on track minus the 68 Tom. Oh, there he is coming out of the pits. He is back on track. I know there's got to be a little bit of PTSD going through that head for that number one RCA car, Elvis Presley. He's got 95 sudden death on his bumper. He did. I just found that out right before this broadcast, doing a little research for our trivia that we have every Sunday night here at Graceland Shootout series. I definitely would have never known that fact otherwise. It's pretty fun getting to learn new things about Elvis every week. All right, pace car's off, and we are going back green.
Green, green, green.
Elvis off to an impressive jump from the rest of the field. These guys are going to have to put in a little work if they want to catch that number one RCA car tonight. Uh-oh. Oh, there he is. Blinking off track for a split moment there. It was a little weird. Billy, though, off to another incredible jump, putting some time between him and the rest of the field so he can run down that RCA car. Elvis was real quick on that jump. He did not want to be near that 95. Now, after last week, we have another yellow flag. Terry Walters going off track. 27. Let's go ahead and see what happened here. We got a meatball flag for a few drivers, one of which including the 680 Ronald Piles. Pretty tight coming through 3 and 4. Oh, and the 27 checking up just a little bit, not to run over the 95, and the 58 gets into his rear bumper. The 6 involved again in another wreck. definitely hate to see it for such a dominant driver in this series. 680 is going to get into the wall a little bit. The 21, I did not see what happened to him. We're going to have to back this up a little bit. I look up and I see him sideways. Oh, he's going to clip the outside of the 58, trying to go around the incident. Definitely not ideal. They're going to bump and bang a little bit coming off the track. We're going to have a chat with one of them drivers. Uh-oh. Now I'm getting a notification that the 6 of Eric Blunt has also crashed. She may have. I'm not sure if she was telling him to dye his hair black or if that was something he did on his own accord. From what I was reading, he was saying that he did it because he liked her hair. But she was definitely a very big influence on his choice. A couple of drivers coming in to get service. The 8 of Billy Stanley was among those. Trying to make sure we were back live. Some of my buttons are giving me some minor issues. Looks like the one of Elvis Presley and the 95 of Sudden Death have opted to stay out. 2 of our cars have opted to stay out. I believe Michael Pratt, David Cox, Tom Atlas all also stayed out. A couple of cars still on pit road, getting some damage fixed. Well, let's go ahead and pull up Eric Blunt, who has unfortunately been involved in both of our first 2 cautions tonight. Is he not? Oh, there he is. Eric, it is Josh up in the booth. You got a copy for a quick chat before you guys go green?
Copy.
All right, man. You have been an absolute dominant driver this season so far, but having a little bit of misfortune tonight here at Charlotte. It's a tough track. Think there's anything you could have done differently in any of those situations, or you think it was a lot of wrong place, wrong time?
Staring a little bit. We went with a longer run setup, but it doesn't seem like we're going to be doing that here tonight. So car starts off really loose, but on long run it comes in. So, but we just haven't got that. So right now we're just struggling on these short runs. Hopefully we get some long run here.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you guys. This is a tough track. I usually see a lot of cautions in just about every series that comes, but see you guys getting ready to go green. I'm gonna wish you luck, and hopefully you get some more fortunate events coming your way through the rest of this race.
Thank you, bud.
Take it easy out there.
All right, we'll try.
All right, that was a quick chat with the 6 of Eric. Man, that #1 RCA car is real quick on these restarts. Sudden Death trying to keep up. 77 diving to his inside. Looking for that second place position. He's going to complete it coming through turns 1 and 2. Just as I spoke to him, Eric Blunt getting a really good restart also, getting out in front of the rest of the pack. Meatball flag for the 680. I have a slight feeling. And for the 68. No caution. We will revisit that in just a moment. Want to make sure we don't have any crazy side-by-side action going on. Everyone's looking fairly spread out. Let's go ahead and take a quick replay on that. As he limps that poor car back to pit road, probably going to end his night. starting from the back of the field after getting some damage taken care of from that last incident. Oh, the 68's going to get sideways, go up the track. He's going to collect a handful of cars with him. The 27, the 68, 680, and the 68 all involved. No caution. 8 of Bill Stanley with also a tad bit of damage from that incident there, but he keeps it straight. He stays out on track. Hopefully it's not too much to make a comeback. There we go. And just as I come back to the action, the 77 is going to make a pass on the one Elvis Presley, and 95 now working also to the inside of that with the number 1 RCA car. They have caught the legend himself, and they are not making it easy for him. All 3 of them are going to make it around, and the 58 also complete the pass and keep up with these guys up in the top 3. Side-by-side racing for that first place position. The 95 diving to the inside of the 77. Can't quite clear them, but they'll stay side-by-side down the front straightaway. The 6 coming into the picture. Side-by-side for first and side-by-side for third, right behind the leaders. The 77 found quite the groove running that high line. He was making it as difficult as possible for Richard Sutter to finish that pass. The 6 getting a good run on the outside line there. He's going to get around the 58, and he's going to join this battle for the lead. Oh, no. The 95 is going to check up a little bit. It's going to put the 6 on the wall. No caution. They're going to keep going. Now, the 58 working to the outside of the 95. Meatball flag for the 6 Eric Blount might end his race. .95 back around the 58, looking, trying to find a move to make on that 77 back to the race lead. .58 making his way back to the rear bumper of that 95. We got 15 laps to go here at Charlotte this time by, and it is still anybody's race. 3.5 seconds back from these top 3 drivers currently. Oh, the 58's going to put a little bumper to the 95. He's going to get into the 77 and put him in the outside wall, but that'll put the 95 back out in first place. 77 may not be all too happy about that one. He is now forced to play catch-up with the 2 leaders, Scott McQueen and Richard Sudduth, while they battle it out for first. Getting close again. Oh, the 95 is going to tag the wall. The 58 is going to slide in underneath of him. Oh, and the 77 is going to move the 98 right out of the way. We've got another caution on our hands. Third one of the night. He was far too... Oh, he was not too happy about the move the 95 made prior. And he made that known. '95 pretty torn up. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. We saw it happen live, but let's get a nice slower replay there. 95 a little too high up. 77 trying to dive to the inside. 95 didn't want to leave him the space, but he was kind of there. That's going to spin him right around. Big hit to the outside wall. He is definitely going to need a fast repair after that one. These cars get real light in the corners when you start bumping them and banging bumpers like that. And definitely not the way the 95 wanted to see that battle end. Oh, and he's going to roll all the way down and tap the inside wall, adding just a little more insult to injury there. Oh, there we go. Had a few takers to the pits. 77, I believe, did in fact opt to stay out, as did the one of Elvis Presley. They will be our two pole sitters coming back to green after this caution. Daniel Holloway making his way up to third now. Ronald Piles back out on track, but is a couple laps down after taking some time to fix some of the damage. Let's go ahead while these guys get lined up. Let's have a quick chat with the man himself, Sudden Death. Hey, Rich, it is Josh up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, man, that was a pretty tight battle you had there going on for the lead between you and the 77 and the 58. Definitely a sad way to see it end.
Yeah, it is. I ain't too happy, but I'll get over it.
Yeah, I can't imagine I would be myself. But, yeah, I saw you and the 77 had a little contact earlier. I was wondering if he was any too not pleased with it, and it looks like he may not have been.
I don't know. I have to go back and watch it. I know I got in the wall a little bit and just trying to get it off the wall, and we made contact.
Yeah, it definitely happens. Definitely looks like you kind of got glued to the wall there for a split second, and it looked like you tried to dive to the inside, and you tried to keep him from getting there, but unfortunately he was pretty committed, and that one looked pretty difficult to avoid on either end.
Yeah, I actually have a good run for once. Let me go catch these guys. I'm gonna pass them off.
Yeah, go ahead and get it done. Pace lights are off. We're getting ready to go back green. Good luck on the rest of the race.
I think I'm about 2 laps down.
You never know what might happen.
All right, check you later.
Take it easy. Good luck out there. All right, that was 95. We're back green flag racing. We've got to pile up off of the restart. Right back to caution. We are going to have to check out what just happened there. We're just going to go backwards the old-fashioned way. Because, man, that was a stack up on the restart if I've ever seen one. We come into the restart zone. 77 doesn't start going yet. Oh, the 58 tries to jump the restart. He's going to throw the 98 into the bottom line. He's going to get into Daniel Holloway in the 21 and the 8 of Billy Stanley. 58 just barely avoiding the 21 coming back up track. Ronald Piles in the 68 almost gets away scot-free. The 21 turns him, puts him head on into the wall. Oh, no, that was the 68 of Tom Atlas. The 68 of Ronald Piles does make it through scot-free, just barely. Definitely not the restart I think any of us were expecting, let alone the rest of the field out there on track. Let's go ahead, we'll have a chat with. We were supposed to have a chat with Scott earlier on. He was our pole position driver. And if I can find him, we will have a quick chat. Billy has not had the best of luck. He's back out from the pits. He doesn't look too damaged. I think he's still got a decent shot. He's still on the lead lap. Thankfully, a caution did come out. I don't see any damage to the car. I think he's still got a pretty good shot at this. All of our Billy fans out there. I think the hope should definitely still be high. We got a few laps left. He's got a fresh car. Fresh tires if he opts to take them. We were not set to live. Why this is not catching back up, I am unsure. There we go. Man, these buttons sometimes, they just don't do what they're supposed to do. Scott McLean is going to make out like a bandit after taking out about half the field on the restart. And he's going to be starting third. Well, I think I found our guy. Hey man, it is Josh up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
This is Scott, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, just wanted to double check. Discord name was a little different. What a restart that was, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all.
Let's not talk about it.
Figured I'd drag you up since you were the involved in the incident, we'll say. But
that was a very polite way to put it. I appreciate that.
you're welcome, man. Another reason I wanted to pull you up, you were our pole position qualifier, and I didn't pull you up in the booth. Was not paying attention properly, as I should have been, and forgot you snagged the pole position from them right towards the end there. So congrats on that, since I didn't get to tell you earlier. And
Thank you, brother.
What happened with the restart? I think, from my look, it looks like you tried to get going, tried to time it right with the leader, maybe just mistimed a little bit there.
100%. He hit the box. I thought it was green, and it looked like they were going, and I hit the gas, and I was just already too close to him and just drove right through him. I tried to time it just right and timed it just wrong.
Yeah, it definitely happens. It is not the easiest thing to do.
Let me try not to do it here again.
Well, I'll let you get back to focusing. Congrats on pole position tonight, and good luck out there.
Green flag.
Thank you, brother.
All right, there we go. And nice clean restart for all of our drivers out there this time. Scott McLean going to hang on to that third place position. The 21 driving the inside of that 6, trying to make his way up towards the front with that damaged Ford Mustang race car. Oh, he's going to get into the back bumper of the 6 a little bit. He really wants to get by him. Scott McLean making a clean pass there on the bottom for the 1s. Not quite going to clear. He's going to have to go for it again here in 1 and 2. Daniel Holloway in 21 looking for any opportunity he
Yellow
can
flag is out.
to get that car side by side with the 6, but he won't get it yet. We've got another crash. Oh, a little contact there with one Elvis Presley. Yellow flag. I don't see any crashes. Let's go ahead and let the SDK do what SDK does and give us a look here on what brought that yellow out. Gotta try to find who was involved here. Oh no! Just as we were talking about him, I gotta stop saying Billy's name because I must be giving him the commentator's curse tonight. He gets spun heavy down onto the apron, 360 by the 19. He's gonna slide back up on track, just barely missing the 95. 27's gonna check it up big time, get into the back bumper of the 95. He's going to tag the wall a little bit. Shouldn't be any major damage. But man, that was a close one. We're going to have to see if we can go backwards just a tad here. Let's take a little onboard ride. See what the 95 of Sudden Death got to see here as we came barreling into this caution. He sees the 8 spinning. Oh, just barely gets by him. Gets a little loose in the process, and I think that had to do with the 27 being all over his bumper, also trying to avoid the caution. That was a close one. Now Billy gets it right back around. Gets back out on track. His tires are going to be a little upset with him if he doesn't take any new ones here. But with our 5th caution rolling in, not sure who got the lucky dog. The 680 down now only 1 lap, and the 68 Tom Atlas down 1 lap as well. They will have to hope for one more caution. They're going to have to fight over who gets that lucky dog free pass if we get one more. This time by should be double filing. Oh, the 680, sorry, of Ronald Piles will get the free pass, put him back on the lead lap, bringing him ever so closer at another shot to put that car where it counts come the final lap of this race. Billy Stanley involved in the last caution, but still starting in the 8th position, showing him 7th on the timing tower. That's because he is just slightly ahead of the car to his inside, who is technically 7th place. Scott McLean restarting the outside of the 77. If he can time this restart right, he can stay side by side with the leader and battle it out for that 1st place position going into turns 1 and 2. I have no doubt that Billy and Elvis both have a pretty decent shot at making their way back up there. Everyone seems to really be fighting with the track tonight. Tends to be a theme every time we bring just about any series here to Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is a difficult track. It'll tear you apart. And not many survive.
Green, green, green.
Here we go, going green. A good jump by the 77 to 6, taking full advantage of that. Gonna drive right to the inside of the 58 Scott McQueen, followed by the 21 of Holloway. Both timed that restart very well. Oh no, and the 95 of Richard Sutton back into the outside wall. I think he got bullied around a little bit. He's definitely got some wheel damage. He looks like he is fighting that car. Keep it straight. Final lap of the race already. That was quick. We don't call it the shootout series for nothing. The 6 looking to the outside of the 77. He's got a killer run. Kind of blocking any way that the 58 can make any move here to play a part in this three-way battle for the lead. 77 taking the low line. He's going to clear the 6. Will he ride up to block that outside line to momentum? Not quite. He's leaving space, but he will bring it home first place. Michael Pratt will be our race winner tonight. Boom! Contact off the line, the 19 and the 21. Our final results. 77 of Michael Pratt, our race winner. Eric Blount coming in second, just ahead of the 58 of Scott McLean. Just when I thought that this 6 car may have been out of the running, he finds his way to the top 3 right at the end. I thought we had a couple more laps, which is why I thought they had a good shot at making it back up towards the front come the end of this race. And I was a couple laps behind myself. Let's go ahead and pull our podium finisher drivers up and get ready to have our top 3 interviews of the night. We will be starting with P3, the 58 of Scott McLean, who we just so happened to talk to during one of our last cautions. Let's go ahead and pull him up on into the booth. Hey, Scott, welcome back.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Josh up in the booth.
How's it going, Josh?
Congrats on P3 there. That was a pretty quick run to the end. I didn't realize we were already that close. Guess we don't
Man,
call
I got
it
a
the
terrible
shootout series for
restart. I
nothing.
got lost 3 spots off the start, and then I thought I had them. Coming on the backstretch. They were side by side. I thought I was going to get them. I got down below him coming into 3 on the last lap, and then he just pulled out on the outside. I couldn't get second. I think I was faster, but they drove good. It was a hell of a race.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, hey, you managed to bring it back up in the 3rd in the closing laps after dropping out of the top 3. So I mean, not too shabby if I say so myself. It was a wild race.
It was a dogfight.
Oh, it definitely was. I think we had just about 6 cautions tonight. So a little bit of a wreck fest, which I think Billy was a little worried about. He was hoping for a nice long run. I know a couple of guys.
Yeah, it felt
in here were.
it felt like they were all pretty much. I mean, I didn't see the other ones, but there was a few. I know I got into somebody coming in on the second part of the dog leg on the front stretch. Which I got into Terry Walters. I don't know if he came up or I came down, but it felt like a racing thing. It was just good hard racing.
Yeah,
man.
no, it definitely wasn't any malicious wrecks from what I saw.
The
Definitely
only
some
one might be
good
my
racing.
restart. That might be the only, blemish on the broadcast. I think it's my restart, but
Trust me, it happens. I have been around the racing scene for quite some time now, and even in super, we'll say, quote-unquote, professional leagues that take things very, very seriously, I've seen it happen in those. Sometimes the restarts just don't go as planned.
that's why we hate to see them, right? I'd rather run it out.
Yeah, it definitely happens, but congrats on P3. Anyone you want to shout out? Anyone you want to thank for the podium finish tonight?
Thank God, thank Jesus, thanks for everything, all the blessings, all these great people we race with. You for hosting it, just a great fun evening, man. Anybody watching it, I hope appreciate them coming out. We have a great time, and if they enjoy it, that makes it even better.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, I have a great time up here in the booth watching you guys get it on down there on track. So I hope everyone watching has the same enjoyment, and congrats on P3.
Thank you, brother.
All right, and that was our P3 finisher, Scott McLean, number 58 machine. Let's go ahead and pull in Eric Blount in our number 6. Eric, it is Josh up in the booth.
Hey, I got you.
All right. Man, just when I thought you might have been out of the running for a podium finish after all the craziness going on, you somehow find a way to put that thing back in P2 come the final lap of the race. Congrats on that. And, tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, like I told you earlier, I mean the car is good the longer we ran. I mean, on fresh tires it was just so loose. So if you didn't notice, I did not stop. Those last two cautions we had, those were the same tires on the car that we put on from that first earlier caution. So we never stopped. We never put up tires back on it again. So because when we did, it was loose. So on older tires, it felt stable, and that's what we did. We just kept tires on it, never put new ones on it, and it paid off. We were able to really run hard, charge the corner, and really challenge to try to get back to the front.
Yeah, man, and it definitely paid off for you because, like I said, you were involved in a couple of the incidents. I was starting to think that maybe talking about your streak you've been on since the start of the series, I may have ruined it with the broadcaster's curse, and you done proved me wrong.
Yeah, we're gonna put that to the side. We ain't gonna let that get in the way, especially when we got good cars up under us. So as long as we keep bringing good pieces to the track and executing, because the first part of this race we did not. We were caught up in a couple of incidences. Had to use both fast repairs, so we were really on edge about that. But to just second half execute, get it done, be clean about it, be able to make passes and get back to try to challenge.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations on P2. Anyone you want to thank or shout out for your podium finish tonight?
Thank the team. Keep giving me these great horses to sit up under me, and you guys up in the booth for all you do. Thank our sponsor, Parker Outdoor Maintenance. Just everything about the night went great. Thank Michael Pratt. Great race tonight. Great win. 58, great run with him. 21 was up there. I mean, it was a great run. Billy was up there. I mean, Sutton almost had this thing won. But I mean, it's just a great night overall.
That it was, and it was a lot of fun up here on my end. Like I said earlier, I hope everyone watching had a grand old time. It was a lot of fun, very exciting, and congrats on P2.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Alrighty, and that was our P2 finisher, Eric Blount, in the number 6 machine. Let's go ahead and pull up Michael Pratt, if he is still with us. There he is. Michael, it is Josh up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you. I'm clear.
All right, man. First off, congratulations on P1. That was quite the battling going on there for that last bit of that race. And tell me about it. What'd you do to put this thing in victory lane tonight?
Luck. That's all I can say. I mean, I sorry, Sadhu. I did not mean to get into him. There was a situation there. I'm sorry. I don't try wrecking anybody. It was a fun race though. Just right place, right time, I guess, at the end in order to be in first place. I was kind of playing with the draft a little bit with the guys behind me, trying to keep them side by side a little bit, but every restart made it a little bit harder. And this last one, the number 6, Eric Blunt, he almost got past me. I thought the outside line was going to take it. I thought he made the move, but somehow I ended up powering back by him. But it was a lot of fun. Just right place, right time.
Yeah, definitely the right place, the right time. I mean, first place when that checkered flag hits, that's the spot to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it certainly seems to feel like luck once you put it in victory lane, but I'll tell you what, you did some fantastic driving. all you guys always do, because you guys put on quite the show every week. I have a blast. I mean, from up here, it looked like you had a game plan. I wouldn't have guessed it was just pure luck. Something tells me it probably wasn't, but if there's strategy, you might not want to leak it.
Well, yeah, every race there's always a strategy. It has 100% to do with luck. You could be the best race car driver and never finish a race, never win one. You have to have luck on your side. So it was on my side tonight.
Yeah, you definitely need at least a dash of it every night. You bring that car out on track. Anyone you would like to thank or shout out tonight for helping you bring that 77 machine to victory lane?
I would like to thank Graceland Shootout Series, Billy Stanley for throwing this up, David Cox, Eric Blunt, everybody who's a part of this to make it work. I appreciate them letting me run in it. I'm really bad at this. I know we have some sponsors and stuff I'm supposed to thank, and he wasn't actually here tonight. But thanks for this league, everybody in it.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for putting on such a show for everybody. And again, congrats on putting that 77 car in victory lane. We will wish you the best of luck in our upcoming races, and maybe we'll get to chat with you again soon.
For sure, I hope so. Thank you.
All right, and that was all 3 of our podium drivers. Let's go ahead and take a look at the finishing running order of the race and some of our other interesting tidbits. So Michael Pratt bringing it home first, putting it in victory lane here at Charlotte. Eric Blunt coming in second. 6 machine looking good week in and week out. Number 3 goes to Scott McLean in the 58. Killer drive by all 3 drivers. Daniel Holloway just shy of the podium. The 21 machine will bring it home 4th place. David Cox in the 19 is going to round out our top 5. Terry Walters will bring it home 6th. Elvis Presley, the man, the myth, the legend himself, bringing it home 7th. 8th will go to Billy Stanley. 9th to Ronald Piles. 10th to Richard Sudduth. That'll round out our top 10. Excuse me. And then 11th place goes to Tom Atlas in the 68 machine. Our hard charger for the night was the 19 of David Cox, moving up 6 positions from the qualifying order. Most laps led were by Michael Pratt, 20 laps. That is half of the race, well, just shy of half of the race. We did have 1 overtime, 42 laps total. Fastest lap, David Cox in the 19 at a 30.234. And our pole position qualifier, the man himself in the 58 machine, Scott McLean. 5 cautions tonight total for a total of 16 laps of our race. 3 green flag lead changes with 5 different leaders. And that will round out our race tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Graceland Shootout Series Super Late Models. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be live again next week, as always, here with the Graceland Shootout Series. Hope you guys had fun.